welcome to this new thing I'm gonna start doing with like how I make beats and stuff. Cause it's like I've been posting beats for a while. I think I started posting my beats in like April or like May, like somewhere around there. And it's like, basic type beat standard like videos, but I kind of wanted to do a thing where like it switches up because I got this idea from someone where it was like, you know, just make tutorials on how to make beats. Like that's how you'll blow up. But I feel like tutorials are pretty standard. Like it's kind of just like okay, like you look up how to make a drill beat or how to make a rage beat or how to make a basic trap beat, Drake beat, like whatever type of beat you want to make, and it's just either a silent tutorial or it's like a tutorial of a guy just telling you how to just make the beat. It's just like, oh, this is what type of sound you use, what type of 808 you use, what type of whatever you use, and it's like it just shows you how to make the beat. It doesn't really like give you any insight on like what it takes to make a beat or like how long it takes, the process, like average stuff. It's like I feel like it's kind of how if you want to be a rapper and then you see you got people like take Yeet for example. Let's say Yeet dropped a series on his YouTube or on a TV where he was just showing like an average recording session. Like, oh, I lock in with this producer when I want this sound, and then I record at 6 when I'm done doing this because this helps me get in the mode to record, or like just like stuff that you don't think about, but it kind of helps in a way because if you want to be a rapper, you'll want to see a day-to-day life on a rapper, or you want to like get tips, or you want to whatever when you're rapping. So it's like that's kind of what I wanted to do with like this type of stuff. It's kind of just like, you know, how to do it and the process on how to do it. And just, yep. Also, while I do it, because I feel like I was saying earlier, like tutorials are pretty standard. So it's like, I kind of just wanted to just make it fun to where like, I make a beat, screen record myself making a beat. And as I'm making the beat, I talk about whatever, like for example, I'm trying to make a glow beat right now, and right now just going through different brasses and different sounds and type of thing to try to get that sound that I want. Because honestly, I just want to make a glow beat because it's like I feel like a they're slept on, and then two, I was watching Cody's video that he posted I think either today or yesterday, and it was basically just him like cooking up an Osama-san type beat. And I know Osama-san isn't really like, a glow beat rapper, but it kind of just like the beat itself, the beat he made just kind of gave me like glow vibes. So I was just like, you know what, let me make a glow beat. So trying to do that, but it's not really going as planned. But we gotta let it cook, gotta let it sit. But I feel like I don't really know like what I want to do or what I want to add like to this type of series that I'm making because it's like I feel like it could get boring, because at a certain point, like what do you talk about? Like people are trying to see the beat, they're not really trying to hear what you're saying. So at this point, I feel like there's gonna be a certain point where I just start yapping, but it's kind of like a bear with me type thing, because I don't know if I'm weird or what, but when I'm making a beat, like I talk in my head. It's so weird. But like let's say I'm doing something, I'll pretend that like I'm in an interview and like I'm explaining what I'm doing with the beat, but like in my head. Like it's weird. Like if I'm putting in a bell, I'll be like, oh like I heard this bell's type sound from like a Uzi song I heard today, or I was listening to Future and he had this type of bell, or I was listening to Doug had this type of lead, and like that's why I did it with this. But it's just I'm not really like actually talking to no one. It just me. But I don't know. I feel like it's just interesting to just hear like what people are going through when they're making a beat. I really don't know like what type of like sound I wanna like fulfill with this lead. I feel like I don't want to be too repetitive, and then I also don't want to like make brain rot like a brain rot melody, you know. But let's see where this goes. My bad, I just got a weird text. But I felt like I never thought I could, just make music. I felt because I don't know if y'all thought this when you guys were little, but I thought making music was like for rich people or like people who really was on that type of time and like, you know. But nowadays we live in an era where you can literally pay however much for FL Studio, and then boom, all of a sudden you're Metro, or all of a sudden you're Taz Taylor, or all of a sudden you're Nick, or all of a sudden you're whatever that dude's name was. I forgot his name, but he made beats for Yeet. Like, all of a sudden you're those type of people where you're making things now. Like, like, oh, let me hit up Ken. Like, I just made this beat for Ken, or well, not like an average person. Like, obviously you can do that, but I'm saying, like, like you could be that level, and it's so accessible. It's weird. Like, I was watching the Genius video from when the guy made Rubbing Off the Paint for Namir, and literally he said it was just a type beat. Like, he literally just uploaded the type beat. Namir heard it, rocked with it, got on it, and it's like, bro, that song I think is like 5 times platinum, 6 times platinum now, but back then it was still the hardest song that came out to that point. So it's like that guy went from a nobody to a guy with a 5 times platinum song. All he did was just upload a type beat. Like, that's insane. Like, there's no way we got to a level where like that's a thing. And it's not even like I'm saying it's bad. It's dope. Cause it's like, bro, I was watching this Timberland. I was watching this Timbaland video. I think it was his producer grind. It was either his producer grind or it was his $1 million worth of game. It was one of those that I was watching. I got this from, but he was saying that he was DJing for like, I think he said 6 years or 7 years before he started like actually getting around in the music industry. Pause, because it's like that's how hard it was back then. You really had to know someone and know someone to hear your stuff, to play your stuff for someone, so like the right person could hear it and be like, oh, hop on this, and then they hear it and they hop on it, and it's hard. Like, I was watching this other video. It was the guy that was managing Ja Rule back in the day with when the murder music wave was happening, and he was saying that when they first heard the beat to end the club, it was like, oh yeah, this is insane. Like, like hopefully what's it called, 50 don't get this, or something. It was something like that. Like, they were hoping that like they can keep it under wraps, so like he don't really get like a hot record, because they knew it was a hard beat. But what's it called, 50 got it, and then he made it in the club, and that song is really like probably one of the biggest songs from that era, I would say. Like, you hear the doom 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 doom, and you're automatically hooked. Like, even if you know the song, you're like, oh, like, let it play, like the song's hard. So it's, I feel like the way music is nowadays, it's so dope, because it's just like, anyone can make something hard, or anyone can make something dope. I feel like, but even when I started making beats, like, I literally just started doing it purely out of just like being a fan, because it was I remember when I was in like 8th grade, not 8th grade, I'm tripping. It was 9th grade. It was August of 9th grade, and I seen Genius upload a video of Nick Mirror talking about how he made, I believe it's All Girls. It was All Girls I was saying. And like I was saying earlier, like, I thought you had to be like really about it to like make music. Like, I really thought you had to be like Scott Storch, like, you have your own studio in the crib and you spend thousands of dollars to make music. Like, I genuinely thought like that's how you had to make music. But I see this guy Nick Mira pull out a laptop, a regular Razer gaming laptop, and he made All Girls Are the Same, which was, like we were talking about with Rubbing Off the Paint. Like, that song, it was insane at the time. literally couldn't go nowhere without hearing that song. So it's like, there's, in my head at the time, I was like, there's no way this guy just made this hard beat, and basically this hard song, literally from probably just chilling in his room, like literally just cooking up in his room on this regular schmegular laptop. And you know, he got millions of dollars. Juice got millions of dollars just basically like off this song. So it's just insane. But I'm gonna let this beat rock for a bit while I outro. But what like I want to talk about, I feel like next video I want to like actually have points and actually have specific things I want to talk about while I make this video. But this is kind of just like the little first experiment of these type of videos where I just yab while my beat plays and while I make this beat. So I'm out. Catch y'all later.